Welcome back to the Own It Show. I'm Heather Lee Chapman, your host and coach. And today we're talking about how to simplify, automate, and grow a website so you can show up professionally and attract aligned clients with Bridget Cucksey. Thank you so much for being on the show today. Bridget is the owner and founder of Made by Cucks, who helps growing business owners grow, simplify, and automate their company through web development, brand, and online strategy. So tell us more about yourself. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Hi, Heather. Thank you for having me. As mentioned, my name is Bridget Cucksey. I am the founder and owner of Made by Cucks. I'm a creative studio that helps entrepreneurs build a strong online foundations through web development, branding, and digital strategy. I believe that real value isn't measured by hours worked, it's measured by impact made. So I create for clients. What I create for clients is I give them back their time so they can focus on the part of their business that they love.
I love that. And you are super smart and super techy, and do more than just make websites. So dive a little bit deeper into like some of the examples that you've done with clients so people can have a better understanding of your amazing specialty and unique talent.
Okay. So most of my clients come to me because they've hit a wall or they started a project or a social media presence, but it's not connecting or converting or reflecting who they really are. Sometimes somebody will reach out to me about social media advice, but once we start talking, I realize the issue isn't really about post engagement. It's about the foundation and maybe their website or their or their branding. Um, I just had a client yesterday actually contacted me about her website, so I started checking her profile and stuff, and I found out that her Google Business Suite, her business had actually said closed on it. So there's like a lot of your digital footprint that you have to keep your eye out for. So when I connect with a client, the first thing we do is we try and figure out what's missing. So I help clients create websites, but I also help them find maybe the right software to automate what they're trying to achieve. Or I design a branding that truly affects who they are, and I give them the space to explore those ideas with me. Um,
I
yeah.
love that. Yeah, yeah. Creating software for clients, it's so out of my zone of genius. I think it's so unique and such an incredible talent. And people can get their websites to be simplified, automate, and be able to actually convert, speak to that ideal client, but also work and be customized for them. So super cool talent. What made you start your business? Like, how did you get into this?
So actually on that topic, my approach is integration first. So if my client is already using a booking system, like if they're using Stripe or Squarespace or like an e-commerce and analytics, I make sure that is something that's on their website that is automated for them. So like a website shouldn't just be a brochure. You should have ROIs, return on investment for this investment that you've made. When it comes to branding, I always tell my clients, like, you're never going to hurt my feelings with honest feedback. We always create something that's 100% better, like every single time, like they can tell me they hate the whole thing. I can promise you something better is going to come out of that. Oh, sorry.
Well, I
Oh,
would just want to say how important that is. So, one of the biggest things I teach to people is the marketing or branding, marketing, then sales funnel. So,
yes.
everything actually starts with branding first. If that's not on point, then our marketing's not on point. And if the marketing's not on point, we are not going to sell and speak to the ideal client. Everything online is competition, whether it's the cat
Yes.
video or somebody else in your industry. And so, what's going to have your ideal client pause and stop? And it's that magnetic branding. So you can have somebody build you a website and set up all the systems for you if the branding, like the foundation, like you said, is off. Everything else doesn't convert. So I love that you do that with clients because the website could just be a page on the internet if it's not speaking that language to the ideal
Absolutely.
client.
And every project that I do is a partnership. So yes, we we try and achieve that strategy, but if it doesn't speak to who they are and what they're offering, then, it's not a good partnership for me, but that is, I just help you design for long-term growth.
I love it. I love it. And so
Yeah.
tell us your story, like why did you create this business? How did you get started? Where were you before?
I spent 16 years in the Canadian Armed Forces, including 2 deployments, multiple exercises around Canada and the US. I had rediscovered my purpose when I was transitioning out, and I tried a few different paths. I tried a yoga teacher, did community work, I was a drone pilot, I tried 3D art. But I realized I really loved giving good things visibility and making all of those skills that I got like work together as a puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've talked about the story about all those businesses that you started or projects that you worked on. And again, a lot of it was like branding and visibility and getting them out there. And you realize that that's such a fun, creative thing that you get to do. And you can do the tech back end, which is so amazing. And so now you've created your own business and you just spoke in front of 100 people sharing about what you do. So now also speaking here on the podcast. And so where do you go from here now? Now what's next for you?
So I'm constantly working on my business. So my websites are officially now 100% Canadian green energy, which means faster speeds. Your data and your clients' data stays within Canada, and you have a smaller environmental footprint. They're also built to meet Canadian privacy and cybersecurity standards with modern compliance practices. I do work with a lot of cybersecurity companies, considering my background from the military. And not every small agency is implementing accessibility standards yet, but that's really big for me. And that also helps my clients show up professionally. In the same mindset towards sustainability and innovation, my Tap to Connect cards are paperless, near frequency communication cards. So all you have to do is have your client unlock their phone, take this custom card that I print and program, tap it on your phone, and it takes you to a custom website. Sorry, my internet isn't the greatest today.
I was thinking about you last night because I'm going to a Forum AI event in Toronto on Monday. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it have been so perfect to have that card?
I know. So the middle button here, it's a V card. And so you can automatically save all of your information to your client's phone. So there's no more paper waste. There's no more printing off cards when your phone number isn't correct. Yeah, no more waste. It's great.
Yeah, that's amazing. And what made you think of this an incredible, innovative idea?
Just that I think as business owners, we always have to keep sustainability and environmental consciousness in our business and around our business. So, at least once a month, like, is there something I need to consider that I can be more environmentally friendly with?
I love that. And like you were saying, it's easy because if there's something you wanted to update, you're not having to print new updated hard copies all the time. You would update the digital side and the card still works and goes to the updated info.
Exactly, exactly. You can use the same card for years. Yes.
Yeah, brilliant, guys. So you want your website better, you want your branding better, but even more cool, Bridget has these cards. So I want you to reach out because each one of us need this. No more printing. I love Vistaprint. I've used it for years and it's an evolution. This is the next evolution. And I was thinking about how I really liked it because some phones like you can bump or what have you, like exchange information. But then it's not leading to the exact page with everything that you want on it. And then also some people for security reasons would be like, I don't want to bump my phone with a bunch of strangers and who knows what's happening, where this is a card and they would feel comfortable with it. Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, there must be another way. And then I thought, I don't want a bunch of people who knows, right, what they've set up bumping your phone. So I think it's also like security, safety,
Absolutely.
economical, environmentally friendly. Incredible, incredible creation. Congrats.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, on the page that opens, you have your terms of service, you have your privacy policy, and when your phone has to be unlocked and tapped, and you have to accept just like a QR code that you're allowing this to be viewed on your phone. So there is lots of steps if you're not comfortable to go forward with it, but I can assure you if you read everything that comes with it, it is secure.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what would make me feel so comfortable to be able to use it. So, guys, this is the next generation. We're all going to go check it out. We're all going to get ourselves one. Let's be eco-friendly and let's evolve. I love it. Now, we have some incredible tips that you'd like to share with us to help people simplify and automate and grow their website instead of it just being a dead page, not even searchable. We want to make sure that that's an ever growing, ever live converting machine and attracting machine. So tell us, how can we improve our website?
Absolutely. My first tip is know your ideal client. And I feel like every single marketer you've talked to, this is at least one of their tips, if it's not their top tip. So I have a lot of people tell me, like, obviously you want everybody to buy your product, but absolutely not. You don't want everybody to buy your project. And especially somebody like me, I'm a solopreneur. I keep about 5, 6 projects on the go at a time, and I know how much I can handle. So I also want clients that are going to be invested and curious and ready to put the work in, because I give a lot of homework. And in that homework, there's a lot of personal reflection about what goes on your page. So, and some of it is very practical, like are you comfortable with email? Are you comfortable with assets in a Google Drive? I use my personal lead capture form as a filtration process on my own website. So if somebody can't fill out that, or they delay in signing my contract, that might not be an ideal client for me, because I work at one speed and I can start to sense scope creep a mile away. And I don't like projects that can't be completed, like I need an end date, or I'm just going to end up charging you revision money, which I don't really like doing. I like to be there for my clients and have an end date for their project.
Yeah,
And
very efficient. You're so efficient and in integrity. I love it.
yeah, and it's the same thing with a service or product-based business. Like if you're a service-based business like me, protecting your time and energy is part of targeting your ideal client. If you're a product-based business, like if you're selling software or something, that's obviously something I buy a lot of. You don't want somebody who's only going to try your software for 10 minutes and give up on it and give you a bad review. Like knowing your offer, who it's for, and where to sell keeps your brand healthy and your business sustainable.
Keeps your brand healthy and your business sustainable. I love that. So I want to second what Bridget just said. It's so important for us to know our ideal client, and she's absolutely right. We don't want to sell to everyone. Actually, closing or selling to the wrong clients leaves you a bad review. It's not fun for them and it's not fun for you, because you can't actually solve their problem and then they don't get the results. And that impacts also, and huge, especially for someone like myself who's doing group coaching programs. Oh my God, there was that was like there's so many thoughts. It's just
Yeah.
went through my head on that one. One person can ruin the energy of the entire environment. And I was
Yes.
listening to the book of the Diary of the CEO, which we know we both are obsessed with that podcast. Um, and he was giving an example of one of the ladies from Shark Tank, and how a team member went away and was sick for 2 weeks, and she never knew what a negative vibe or energy or attitude or pessimism that he brought to the business. And when he was gone for those 2 weeks, the culture, the productivity, like everything amped up. And when he came back, everything went back to the same. And so she had to let him go. So that goes for team members, that goes for clients. That one person could pull down your energy, and then that impacts how we also treat our clients. And then I like that you have pre-stages. So also, as an NLP timeline therapy hypnotherapy coach, I know that I call it the transformation tornado is what I used to call it, but I like to call it the triangle now. You're here and you want to go here. You want a new website that converts, that's automated, that attracts, it's simple, and you hire Bridget. So you've entered the second part of the triangle, and you have to go through things that are going to be uncomfortable, answer questions, do the homework, do the tasks to be able to come out on the other side. 80% of the population, the statistic, will go back to where they were, which means they're not going to do Bridget's homework and they're not going to come out with the completed new automated and optimized first website. And so we like to, as practitioners or high performing business owners, put preemptive things in to help make sure that that person is ready and willing to do what is required to come out on the other side. So for my mastery mentorship, I realized I had to put in a pre. So we do the rapid breakthrough, which is the negative emotions, and we have to do that first. And if they're willing and able to move through that, then they can move on to the mastery mentorship. Because building your website and improving that means being more visible.
Oh, that's really interesting. I've never seen the mirror of that
And
for a coach before. That's really interesting.
yeah, and it goes for everything.
Yeah.
So the more visibility would mean stepping into that new version of them, that next level of their life. And we usually say, like, I'd really love to, and we'll say, but, and then we call our excuses, reasons, and alibis, but usually our unconscious limiting beliefs. So what actually stopped you from doing Bridget's homework and coming out on the other side with that complete website is you're afraid of the responsibility, or you don't think you're enough, or and it's all unconscious. Nobody does this maliciously, like, I don't want to do Bridget's homework.
Yeah.
There's homework,
Oh,
I do
girl,
a lot of
you can do
homework
this interview for me.
and tasks. So I just want to say, like, that is high level. And that's high performance. And so that's incredible. And you guys, you do want to know your ideal clients, and you only want to work with those that are ready. So key thing when we're thinking about that avatar, they don't not only want it, they need it, they want it, right? They need it and they want it. Needing it is not enough. There needs to be a want and a why to have them come out on that other side.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. I feel like our hearts just spoke there. Um,
Absolutely. And with other NLP practitioners, we speak about it all the time, right?
okay.
If you like I do a timeline therapy exchange with another practitioner every month as part of a full breakthrough every year. And she has like their consent form, everything you fill out. And then in their first session, they go through a whole agreement and read it and sign it. And some people won't get past that agreement. And then she releases them, right? It's setting up those preemptives to ensure that not only do you know who that ideal client is, and it means also putting yourself on a higher pedestal and being okay with that, and not from
Yes,
like I'm full of myself perspective. I just know what I'm worth and I know who I can serve.
absolutely. And it is not an easy thing to learn either.
No, you have to have a wrong few clients a few times
Yes,
and then
yes.
you learn. Yeah.
Okay, my tip number two
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
is
So study your
study your competitors.
competitors. So
Exactly.
important.
You don't copy them. Just analyze what you personally like about what they're doing and what you think is working for them. You're almost picking from the same client pool. So what do you like? Do you like their message? Do you like their visual? Do you like their system consistency? When you understand why they're succeeding, you can define what will stand out. And there's so much room to succeed without copying somebody because nobody
Hmm.
is going to do it exactly like you do.
So much room to succeed without copying some people. And we must study our competitors. I do my market research and market intelligence via studying competitors. A lot of people will go on and do, maybe you, like yourself, do a lot of the analysis and reading. I am a doer. I have to go in. I need to sign up for the event. I need to read the sales pages. I need to read the upsells. I need to read the emails. I need to see
Yes,
the ads. I need to study it all and I see what's working. And that's how I'm always ahead of the game, because
yes,
I'm not ignoring and being mad at the competitors. I'm like, sweet, tell me what's working.
exactly. And that is some of the homework I have to do, and it's not obvious to everybody.
Very essential.
Yes.
Um, we have another podcast guest on, and I'm trying to think of her name right now, but I'm going to have to pull that episode up about market intelligence and market research and the essentials of it. Because without that, we end up as a blockbuster and a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Those are her analogies, right? So instead of an Apple, we would be a BlackBerry. And instead of a Netflix, we would be a Blockbuster. So not only studying our competitors to make sure what we are creating is viable, it's also for market intelligence to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, and there's room for everybody to succeed as well. Like there's customers, there's enough out there for everybody, and there's going to be people that they're going to like you way more than everybody else and they're perfect for you. And I always love the idea of abundance.
Yes, yeah, no competition, only collaboration and connection. There's
Exactly.
billions of people in the world, and there will be people who only resonate with you and not other people. And so I remember one of my biggest fears when I was being more visible was, well, will they want to work with me? Why? There's already Tony Robbins, there's already Mel
I met you for
Robbins.
10 minutes and I knew I wanted to work with you. Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was putting myself out there and understanding that there'll be people out there that only resonate with me and want to work with me the way I do it. And that goes for each and every one of you. So I love this. Know your ideal client, study the competition to know what's working, what's viable, what's coming down the pipeline in the future. Right now, more than ever, you need to do tip number two over and over and over again
Yes.
because the economy is shifting, business is shifting, AI is shifting, everything. It's happening so fast. If you aren't studying your competitors, you're going to get left behind.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I love
Okay.
it. I love it. Okay. So know your ideal client, study your competitors. Let's be a Netflix and not a Blockbuster. And tip number three, clarify your purpose of your website. I love this.
Yes.
Why is that important?
Like I've already mentioned, your website should not just be a brochure. It's a tool. So knowing the purpose will help you choose the right software integrations and automations to help you speed up your business and prevent you from wasting time and money because those subscriptions, those add-ons, they're draining. So, for example, if you're selling window treatments, your clients are likely to book more for a home consultation. So, your website doesn't really need a booking plugin or an full e-commerce setup. I would say you need clear visuals, you need a product catalog, you need strong messaging about your offer and why you're offering it and to who you're offering it. And that well-built website will work for you.
I love this. And the biggest thing with that purpose of the website is if you don't have clarity and it's not clear to the visitors, right? They are not going to be clear on who you are, what do you do, how can you help them. Biggest number one thing I recommend to have right up top and up front, because they say like within milliseconds, people will leave your website.
Yes.
So, right there, absolute clarity on who you are helping, how you help them, the results you help them get, and how they could take the next step without even scrolling. They usually say in the header and clarifying what's the purpose of your website. Is it to get more clients? Is it to create more visibility? Is it to convert? So, for ours, all sales are done through our website. So, are we looking to drive sales and create visibility? Or for some people, it could be exactly booking the consultations that then drive the sales. So knowing what the purpose is so the website does the job, but also knowing the purpose so that the branding is on point, so that it's speaking to that ideal client. These three key tips are so essential. And guys, you don't have to do it alone. Here's the magic sauce. You got Bridget. She can do all of this for you and set you up for success. And if you're willing to do the do and know you're worthy of it, and you want to come out on the other side with a simplified, automated website that attracts and converts, then you definitely want to check out Bridget and you want to go to madebycrux.ca, cux.ca. So that's made by cux.ca. So you're going to check her out there. And she's got a free gift for you guys. So tell us about that gift and why they want to grab that from your website now.
I have two documents for download on my website. One is an entrepreneur checklist, and then I have a pre-branding checklist. So it kind of gives you an insight into what web development agencies or branding agencies are looking for you from a setup perspective. So some of the things I might ask you, for example, I have a lot of well, not issues. I have a lot of ideas that come from my clients that have to do with colors, and they sometimes like, oh, I must work with these two colors because they resonate with me. But when you check them against accessibility standards, the saturation and the lightness and darkness have to be a certain percentage away from each other. So people who have vision disabilities can also read your website. Yeah. So I run Made by Cucks like a specialty boutique. I only take on a few projects at a time, so each client gets my full attention. I don't do email marketing or mass outreach. It just doesn't resonate with me. And in fact, if you add me to a mailing list, I will unsubscribe immediately. So most of my clients are made through referrals or conversations like this.
I love it. And guys, her website is made by cox.ca. You can go and check that out. Download the entrepreneur or pre-branding checklist. Again, remember I said without the branding, the rest of the funnel doesn't work. And so that's number one. Let's check that out. And then, we love to wrap up our show with favorite book recommendations. And why? Because I'm a bookworm and I wish I had created Audible because that is the most brilliant business I think has ever been created so far. So, what's your favorite book and why?
Well, this is my favorite part of your podcast. And my favorite book is The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diefenbaugh. It's about a young woman and she experiences some trauma. And no matter what level of trauma you may have had in your life, like it's something that we've all experienced. So the main character uses the meaning of flowers to communicate what she can't really express in words. And through her journey, she becomes an entrepreneur and she builds a small business, and that all becomes part of her healing process. I also love it because it mirrors what entrepreneurship has healed in me, and I create something that is meaningful and that truly helps others. And also, while growing up, my mother grew every single type of flower in Southern Ontario, and I really think that her language was also in flowers. So that's why it's my favorite book.
I love it. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to check it out and add it to my list. Hopefully, it's on Audible. I love my audiobooks. And that's so amazing. So, guys, you want to check out Bridget, go to madebycucks.ca. You want to grab those free gifts, connect with her, check out her socials. We'll have all the links for you below. And is there anything else you'd like to leave our guests with today, Bridget?
That I'd love to help you connect your systems, clarify your message, and help you build your brand. It's what's given me passion and purpose in my life after being in the military for 16 years. I know it's a hard right turn, but I am so happy doing what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. So, to all my conscious entrepreneurs out there, or people thinking about being one, you can pivot and change your life at any time. And that's why I love to have our guests share their stories so you can see where they were before, when they had that aha moment and realized, hey, I am capable, worthy, and deserving of something different. And then sharing their gifts with the world. And each one of us have one of those gifts. So, let's look deep inside and see what we can share with the world. And then the biggest thing is getting out of our own way to build that visibility so we can sell and so we can serve. And you want that website that converts and does just that. So I want you to go to madebycucks.ca, check out Bridget Cucksey, and thank you so much again for being on the show today. Wonderful episode.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So remember, everyone, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, expect magic and miracles, and what is the best that can happen. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.